97% of older men don't realize girls ask this to hit on you. Psychology tricks. The single biggest problem in communication is the illusion that it has taken place. George Bernard Shaw. Here's the uncomfortable bit. A lot of men over 50 still miss flirting, not because you've lost your charm, but because the playbook got rewritten. Today, attraction often slips in wearing the mask of casual curiosity. What sounds like simple small talk is usually a confidence check, a vibe check, or a do you notice me check. Miss it, and she's gone before you knew there was a green light. In this video, I'm breaking down 9 deceptively ordinary questions women use when they're quietly signaling interest and the precise responses that turn those moments into momentum. These aren't pickup lines, they're psychological probes. Handle them well and you build tension and trust. Fumble them and it feels like nothing ever happened. Some men insist flirting only counts when it's neon sign obvious. Others understand the real invites are soft, selective, and easy to overlook. Which camp are you in? Tell me below. If sharpening this skill matters to you, hit subscribe and tap like, because the gap between I never get approached and I'm getting noticed is often just one well-read question away. Ready? Let's start with question number 1, the quiet filter that separates men who see the signal from men who miss the moment. Number 1, how old are you really? When a woman looks straight into your eyes and says, how old are you really? Don't make the rookie mistake of thinking she's tallying numbers in her head, trying to guess your birth year, or imagining a cake with enough candles to set off a smoke alarm. She already knows you're not 30, so stop acting like it's a math quiz. What she's really asking is far sharper. Are you comfortable in your own skin? Or are you dragging your age around like a ball and chain? Do you wear your years as a burden or as a badge? That is the real test. And here's the hard truth. Most men past 50 have no clue that the question is not about arithmetic. It's about aliveness. It's about whether you're still standing center field in your own life, or if you've quietly shuffled off to the bleachers with your arms crossed, waiting for the game to end. Women aren't scanning your face for wrinkles. They're scanning your spirit for signs of life. Psychology tricks? This is one of the oldest in female psychology, and yet 97% of men miss it. They flinch, they dodge, they make some tired joke about being over the hill, and sure, she may smile politely, but inside the spark dies because you just told her, without even meaning to, that you're apologizing for the years you've lived. Don't apologize. Don't shrink. Be the man who answers with ease, because confidence is magnetic at any age. You must understand, women aren't looking for a man who pretends he's younger. They're looking for a man who has made peace with his timeline, who can say with a grin, old enough to know what matters, young enough to enjoy the ride, or even better, you want my age or my attitude? That's not a dodge. That's owning the moment. Let me paint the contrast. Harold, 64, sharp dresser, silver hair, divorced, chatting with a classy woman in her late 40s. She leans in and asks, how old are you really? Harold, thinking he's clever, smirks and says, too old for you. She laughs, but not in the way he dreamed. The warmth drained from her eyes, and in that instant, he wasn't just dodging the question, he was dodging her invitation. Door closed. Then there's Lawrence. Same age, same silver hair, but a different energy. A woman asked him the same question. He smiled, locked eyes, and said, old enough to know a good thing when I see it, young enough to chase it if I want to. Her smile deepened, the air shifted, the conversation lingered, and the door stayed open. That's the difference between losing the moment and living it. That's how to fall in love, not by playing defense, but by standing tall in who you are. And here's the psychology behind it. As men age, they carry more scars, more stories, more quiet fears that maybe they're no longer visible. Women sense that energy instantly. When she asks your age, she's not auditing your birth certificate, she's testing your presence, she's asking, are you still alive in here? If you meet her question with strength, you tell her yes, the light is still on, it's safe to step closer. If you meet it with self-doubt, you shut the door without even realizing it. Don't think she'll spell it out for you. She won't. She'll simply walk away thinking, nice guy, but not that guy. Remember this. If she asks, she's already considering maybe, and that maybe is fragile. Your answer decides whether it grows into something more or collapses into nothing. So the next time a woman throws you that curveball question, don't flinch, don't dodge, don't joke yourself into invisibility. Look her in the eye, own your years, own your story, and answer like a man who's still fully in the game. Because if you do, she won't see a number, she'll see a spark. And that spark is what opens the door wider than any line you'll ever rehearse. Number 2, why aren't you married? When a woman leans in and drops that little question, it can feel like she's shining a flashlight into your past. Why aren't you married? Sounds like judgment, doesn't it? Almost like she's sitting on a jury, ready to bang the gavel. But here's the truth. She's not interrogating you. She's not holding a checklist and waiting for you to fail. She's scanning for something deeper. She's asking, are you emotionally available right now? Is there space in your heart and your life for her? That's the real test. And most men miss it completely. The psychology behind the question. At this stage of life, women don't gamble with their hearts. She's not 22 anymore, tossing love around like confetti. If she's lived through heartbreak, divorce, or betrayal, she won't dive in head first. This question, why aren't you married, is her way of dipping a toe in, testing the waters, checking if the temperature is warm and safe before she lets herself get closer. And here's where most men blow it. The trap men fall into 2 classic mistakes. First, the romantic resume. Some men unload their entire history, divorces, custody battles, what went wrong stories that sound more like therapy sessions than conversations. Suddenly the air feels heavy. She asked for a sip of water and you hit her with a fire hose. Second, the bitter shield. Others snap back with cynicism. Tried it once, never again. Marriage is a trap. Both reactions slam the door she just cracked open. She wasn't asking for your war stories. She wasn't asking for your cynicism. What she was looking for, quietly, softly, was your peace. The power of peace. Women want to know if you've unpacked your baggage or if you're still dragging it through every conversation like a suitcase with broken wheels. Let me show you. Ethan, 63, a kind, quiet man. His wife passed away years ago. One day in the community garden, he met a woman whose smile seemed to light up the air. She tilted her head and asked gently, "So, how come a man like you isn't married?" Ethan froze, mumbled something about things not working out, changed the subject. A week later, she never came back. What Ethan didn't see was that she wasn't making small talk. She was wondering about them. His stiff, closed-off answer said no without him realizing it. Now, the flip side. Martin, 64, same age, same rugged charm, asked the exact same question. He smiled, breathed deep, and said, "Life kept me busy. But now I've got space for something real." It wasn't an act. It wasn't cheesy. It was grounded, calm, warm. She didn't pull back. She leaned in. See the difference? The psychology of attraction. Here's what's happening. If your answer drips with bitterness, she retreats. If your answer carries calm openness, she moves closer. That's masculine energy in action. Controlled, peaceful, confident. That's what makes a man a high-value man. That's what makes him attract women. Not desperate, not defensive, but strong enough to face his past and present himself with clarity. The right way to respond. So the next time a woman asks, "Why aren't you married?" remember, don't treat it like a courtroom. Don't unload your pain. Don't hide behind bitterness. Instead, keep it short. Keep it honest. Let your answer carry possibility. Because she's not chasing your past. She's scanning for your peace. Show her that you've built your foundation, that you've made room, and she'll want to step inside. That's the subtle psychology. That's the doorway most men miss. And if you walk through it the right way, a casual question might just open into something you never saw coming. Be the man who's ready. Be the man who carries peace instead of bitterness. Be the man with masculine energy that signals strength without arrogance. That's how you stand out. That's how you become a high-value man. That's how you attract women who are looking not for perfection, but for presence. Number 3. Do you date younger women? When she leans back, flashes that half smile, and asks, "Do you date younger women?" Don't misread it, don't stumble, don't betray your own power. This is not about your past, not about your dating resume, not about some trick question designed to trap you. It's her way of signaling interest without the risk of rejection. Old Stoic wisdom tells us that perception is everything. Marcus Aurelius once said, "You have power over your mind, not outside events." That's exactly what's happening here. She's not asking for your history. She's asking if you see her as someone worth your presence, right here, right now. 97% of older men fail this test because they either brag or retreat. Bragging, "Oh yeah, I've dated women in their 30 years old," only makes her feel she's about to be compared. Retreating, "I'm probably too old for you," shuts the door before she even chooses if she wants to walk through it. Both responses are weakness, and weakness kills attraction. The iron mind rejects weakness. The Stoicism win is to keep your center, keep your clarity, and focus on the truth. She is testing whether you can hold the moment without insecurity. Listen, she wants to feel seen, not categorized, not sorted into a demographic box. She wants to know if connection means more to you than digits on a calendar. The strong man, the man who embodies old Stoic wisdom, answers with power and presence. "I don't date by age. I date by energy, by connection." Or, "I care more about how a woman makes me feel than when she was born." Short, sharp, unapologetic. That's how Daniel, 59, turned a chance encounter at a bookstore into dinner, and dinner into something deeper, because he understood that attraction at our age is about chemistry, not chronology. Meanwhile, Owen, 62, failed because he laughed nervously and said, "I'm probably too old for you." The spark died instantly. She drifted away and the door closed forever. That's the psychology at play. When a woman asks that question, she's giving herself permission to explore attraction, but she's handing you the steering wheel to see if you can drive with confidence. If you choke, she pulls back. If you hold steady, she leans in. In modern life, where distractions and insecurities eat men alive, this is where you must rise. Don't let fear or ego sabotage you. Don't babble. Don't over-explain. Stand tall. Give her the gift of certainty. Emerson once said, "The man is only half himself. The other half is his expression." Express strength, and you win. Express doubt, and you lose. You must remember, attraction after 40 is not about chasing youth. It's about recognizing opportunity and stepping boldly into it. That's Stoicism win. That's how you master the moment. That's how you live with an iron mind. Life will keep testing you, and every question like this is not a trap, but an open door. Don't compare, don't retreat, hold the moment. Seize the victory, because it's not about her birth year, it's about the connection in front of you, the presence you bring, and the strength you radiate. That is how men who live with old Stoic wisdom conquer not just relationships, but life itself. If you found this valuable, give this video a like, share it with a friend who needs to hear it, and don't forget to subscribe for more insights that can change your perspective on dating and connection. Comment to remember, I value energy and connection, not age. Number 4, do you think I'm too old for you? Picture this. She leans in, looks at you with that half smile, and asks, "Do you think I'm too old for you?" Don't squirm, don't panic, don't rush to deny it like a nervous teenager. That's the trap. Because here's the real psychology trick. This question isn't about her age, it's about her security. She's not testing your math skills, she's testing your vibe. She wants to know, do you see her as a woman worth your time, not just a number on a calendar? Most men fumble right here. They scramble into defense mode, blurting out, "Oh, no, you're not too old." But guess what? That's the exact move that makes her feel old. That's like putting a neon sign on her forehead flashing, "Age is the problem." Don't do that. Be smarter, be sharper, understand female psychology. She's not asking for reassurance about the candles on her birthday cake. She's asking about the chemistry burning in the moment. And chemistry doesn't come with an expiration date. What she really craves is the man who can look her in the eyes and say, "Age isn't even on my radar." What matters is how we click, how we connect, how this feels right now. That's not just smooth, it's powerful because it shifts the focus from fear to connection. And that, my friend, is how to fall in love without tripping over your own words. Take Mark, 65, as an example. At a fundraiser, after some laughter and small talk, she hit him with the big one. "Do you think I'm too old for you?" Now, an ordinary guy would have stammered, scrambled, tried to paint over her insecurity like cheap wallpaper. Not Mark. He didn't flinch, didn't apologize for the obvious. He leaned in and calmly said, "It's not about age for me. It's about how we relate, and I'm really enjoying this." Boom. Her face lit up like the 4th of July. Why? Because he didn't make her feel old. He made her feel alive. That's the secret. Confidence in the present moment. Women read your tone, your body language, your certainty. They don't want to debate about numbers. They want a dance of energy. They don't want pity. They want presence. And if you can give her that, you unlock a part of female psychology most men never even touch. So don't fall into the 97% of older men who miss this. Don't reduce yourself to cliches or clumsy defenses. Be the rare man who gets it. That is the man she'll remember. That is the man she'll want to see again. And that is exactly how to fall in love the right way, with connection, with confidence, with the clarity that age has nothing to do with attraction. Remember, psychology tricks aren't about manipulating her, they're about understanding her. Understanding that when she asks that loaded question, what she's really saying is, "Show me I'm more than my age." You must answer with presence, charm, and honesty. And when you do, you'll turn what most men see as a landmine into your greatest advantage. Number 5. What are you really looking for? This, my friend, is no casual question. It's not about what toppings you like on your pizza. It's not small talk. It's one of the boldest, most revealing questions a woman can ever ask a man. Why? Because it cuts through the smoke and mirrors. It slices past the surface level jokes and charm. When she asks this, she's holding up a mirror to your soul. She wants clarity, the hidden psychology behind the question. Don't be fooled. This isn't just curiosity, it's strategy. Psychologically, she's testing whether your intentions match hers. Is this just a fling? Or are you a man with direction, a man who knows what he's doing with his masculine energy? Understand this. Women don't waste time with men who drift like leaves in the wind. They're drawn to the high-value man who knows what he stands for, what he wants, and what he's willing to give. The worst answer you could give, let's be blunt, the weakest thing you could ever say is, "I'm just going with the flow, you know? Whatever happens, happens." Don't say that. Don't shrug off the question like it's nothing, because to her, it means everything. That answer screams indecision. It screams boy energy instead of masculine energy. And make no mistake, indecision kills attraction faster than bad cologne. The best answer she wants to hear. She's not looking for a detailed 5-year life plan. She doesn't expect you to whip out a blueprint for marriage, kids, and retirement in Florida. What she wants is authenticity, intentionality. She wants to feel that you're not just floating, but steering your own ship. Here's a real example. Tom, age 60, said this when asked the same question. "I'm looking for someone who shares a similar sense of humor, who enjoys having deep conversations, but also knows how to relax and have fun. I'm not rushing anything, but I'm open to seeing where this could go." That's gold. It's clear, it's confident, it shows openness without being desperate, and direction without being rigid. That is the voice of a high-value man. Why? This question is actually an opportunity. Most men panic when a woman asks this. They freeze, stumble, or hide behind vague words. Don't. See it for what it really is, an invitation. It's her way of saying, show me who you really are. This is your chance to attract women on a deeper level, not by pretending, not by exaggerating, but by showing that you're intentional, grounded, and real. It's also a filter. If she doesn't align with your answer, good. You saved yourself months of wasted time. If she does align, even better. You've just opened the door to a genuine connection. The bottom line. What are you really looking for? Is not a trap. It's a gift. A chance to show your masculine energy in action. A moment to stand as a high-value man who knows what he wants. Don't dodge it. Don't downplay it. Be bold. Be clear. Be intentional. Because the man who knows what he's looking for is the man who always knows how to attract women. And if you find today's content very interesting, please give me a word of encouragement by commenting "very interesting" in the comment section. That is a huge motivation for us. Thank you. Number 6. What was your longest relationship? Gentlemen, listen carefully. When a woman asks you, what was your longest relationship? It is not a casual curiosity. It is a deliberate test. A hidden door into your character, your maturity, and your strength. 97% of older men fail this moment because they treat it like a trap, fumbling with excuses or drowning her in irrelevant detail. Don't do that. Don't stumble. Don't justify. This question is not about the past. It's about who you are now. She wants to see if you have endurance, reliability, and the emotional availability to weather storms and still stand strong. Old Stoic wisdom reminds us, you have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength, as Marcus Aurelius wrote. That is Stoicism when using the past not as a burden but as proof of growth. When Greg, at 63, was asked this exact question, he didn't flinch, didn't get defensive. He simply said, I was with my ex for over 20 years. It wasn't perfect, but I learned a lot from it. And now I'm more clear about what I'm looking for in a relationship. That answer is pure iron mind, calm, steady, confident. He acknowledged the truth, but transformed it into a story of resilience, growth, and clarity. That's what she's looking for, not a list of excuses. Let's be clear, modern life moves fast. People swipe left and right, chasing attention, chasing validation, chasing shallow thrills. But the woman who asks you this question is searching for depth. She is searching for signs that you are not a boy hiding from pain, but a man who has faced loss, endured hardship, and walked out sharper, wiser, and stronger. Don't ramble, don't dodge, don't apologize. Instead, speak with conviction. Short, strong, certain. As Seneca said, difficulties strengthen the mind as labor does the body. That is the essence of Old Stoic wisdom. That is how you show her you are a man who has been tested and forged by time. Remember, this is not just about dating, it's about proving that you live with discipline, purpose, and resilience. It's about showing her that you embody the Stoicism win that separates the strong from the weak. You must understand, women are not looking for perfection, they are looking for presence. They want to know that when life gets hard, you don't disappear, you don't crumble, you don't panic. They want to feel the certainty that you have lived through storms and still carry the calm of the iron mind. Your answer must be your proof. Proof that you are reliable. Proof that you have matured. Proof that you carry the wisdom of your past without letting it chain you. Don't turn the conversation into a confession booth. Don't shrink back into excuses. Instead, stand tall and own your story. Every scar is a medal. Every loss is a lesson. Every relationship is a forge that has shaped the man you are today. That is the energy she feels. That is the reassurance she is after. Men between 35 and 70, you are in the prime of wisdom, the age of clarity, the stage where excuses must die and strength must rule. You must carry yourself as a man who has mastered not just survival, but victory. That means when this question comes, you don't hesitate. You don't fear it. You own it. Speak with calm authority, with the weight of experience, with the decisive clarity of someone who has already conquered storms. Don't let the ghosts of the past dictate your voice. Let the victories of endurance define it. As Epictetus once declared, wealth consists not in having great possessions, but in having few wants. The same applies to relationships. It's not about the number, it's about the depth, the endurance, the lessons carried forward. That is Stoicism win. That is the path of the iron mind. So remember this. When she asks, it's not a trap, it's an invitation. An invitation to prove your strength, to show your clarity, to reveal that you are not a man defined by regrets, but a man defined by resilience. Don't dodge, don't stumble, don't drown in the past. Instead, rise, stand, answer like a man forged in the fire of experience, carrying the banner of victory, maturity, and wisdom. That is how you turn the question into your triumph. That is how you master the game, the woman, and ultimately, life itself. Number 7, what's your deal with marriage? Don't panic, be smart. That is a green flag question, not an interrogation. When a woman asks this, she's not trying to trap you. She's using simple psychology tricks to see if you're emotionally present, mature, and honest about commitment. Because in female psychology, this question reveals your timeline, your values, and your ability to speak plainly about what you want without flinching. You must hear what she's really asking. Are you open to marriage, closed off, or somewhere in between? And can you express that without hedging, joking it away, or getting defensive? Don't deliver a blurry answer or a nervous ramble. Vague equals unavailable. Be direct, but warm. Start with where you've been, say where you stand now, and hint at where you're willing to go with the right person. That is clarity, and clarity reads as confidence. If marriage isn't on your list, say so without apology. I value deep connection, but I'm not looking to remarry. Is miles better than a shrug and a subject change? If you're open to it, say, I'm open if the relationship is right, and mean it. If you genuinely want it, say, I'm ready to build something lasting, and back it up with actions. Don't rant about your ex or trot out battle stories. That's not how to fall in love again. That's how to relive old wounds. Be concise and kind because in female psychology, kindness signals emotional safety, and emotional safety is the doorway to attraction. Use the moment to show leadership. Set a tone, not a trap. Try something like David 61 did when asked point blank, I've been married once. It was a good relationship and I learned a lot. For me, the title isn't the point, the quality is. If the right partner and I choose marriage, I'm open to it. That answer is clean, grown man honest, and it gives her space to keep exploring without feeling like she has to audition for a role. You must also calibrate your body language, steady eye contact, relaxed shoulders, a small smile, because your nonverbals will either amplify your words or torch them. Don't say, I'm open, while your face screams, emergency exit. Be specific enough to be real, but not so detailed that you sound like a legal contract. I'm not in a rush, but I date with intention, lands better than timelines carved in stone. Don't over-explain. 1 or 2 crisp sentences beat 10 anxious ones. That is how psychology tricks work in your favor. You demonstrate certainty without rigidity, warmth without neediness. If you're still figuring it out, own it and set an expectation. I'm taking things step by step and paying attention to how we fit. I'll be transparent as we go. You must then actually be transparent. Follow through builds trust, and trust is how to fall in love like an adult. Remember, this question is often her flirt in disguise. She's signaling, I see potential, do you? Respond with humor and heart. I don't collect titles, I build great partnerships. If that road leads to marriage, I'll bring snacks for the drive. Don't dodge, don't waffle, don't audition for cool indifference. Indifference is not attractive at 35, and it's definitely not attractive at 70. Be the man who can name his position without making it a prison. In the quiet math of female psychology, certainty plus compassion equals safety. Safety plus spark equals momentum. Momentum with the right woman is how to fall in love without losing yourself. Finally, respect that your answer guides the next move. If you're a no, say it kindly so you both save time. If you're a maybe, define maybe so it's not code for never. If you're a yes, pair words with consistent behavior. You must keep it simple, honest, and human, because at this stage of life, the most powerful psychology tricks are not games at all. They're clarity, sincerity, and a little charm. If you made it this far, you already know clarity beats hesitation every time. When you're direct, you show strength and openness, and that's what women respect most. Comment this to claim it for yourself. I choose honesty over hesitation. Number 8. Do you ever feel lost? Gentlemen, let's pause here, because this one tiny question, do you ever feel lost, isn't casual small talk. It's a loaded dart wrapped in velvet, and if you miss the meaning, you'll miss the whole game. When a woman asks this, she's not testing your GPS skills. She's asking about your inner compass. She's checking if you're the man who knows where he's going, or if you're drifting through life like a boat with no anchor. And believe me, nothing turns a woman off faster than a man who's adrift. The hidden message. This question is subtle, even sneaky. Why? Because it sounds like she's just being caring, but underneath, she's measuring something far deeper, your stability. She wants to know if you're steady enough to weather storms, or if you'll fold when the wind changes. That's the psychology trick. Women hit you with concern, but what they're really asking is, can I trust you to lead? If you answer wrong, you'll sound weak. If you answer right, you'll sound like a rock. And women crave rocks, not pebbles. Why she asks? She's not looking to trap you. She's looking for reassurance. A man who feels lost in a relationship is a man she can't lean on. Doubt spreads like wildfire. If she senses you're drifting, she'll start pulling away emotionally. So when she asks, she's really saying, tell me I can trust your strength. Tell me you're grounded. Show me your masculine energy, what she wants to hear. She doesn't want you to say, yeah, sometimes I feel lost. Don't do it. That's not vulnerability, it's insecurity. What she wants is conviction. She wants to hear, I don't feel lost because with you, I always know where I stand. Sure, life gets tough, but I believe in us, and I know we'll get through it together. That right there is gold. You're telling her you're steady. You're telling her you're emotionally present. You're telling her she can relax into your strength, the high-value response. A high-value man never admits to drifting aimlessly. Why? Because direction is magnetic. Purpose attracts women like fire attracts moths. Don't forget this. Masculine energy is about clarity, confidence, and certainty. When you show her that you're not lost, that you know where you're going, she'll naturally lean into you. And that's how you attract women without even trying. The takeaway. Do you ever feel lost is not an innocent question. It's a quiet exam. It's her way of seeing whether you're the type of man she can build with or the type she has to rescue. Don't be the man who needs rescuing. Be the man who rescues himself. Be the man who stands firm, who speaks with conviction, who knows his path. Because here's the truth. Women don't follow maps. They follow men with vision. So when she asks, don't hesitate, smile, look her in the eye, and let her know you're not lost, you're leading. Number 9. What do you think about building a stable life together in the future? Listen carefully, men. When a woman looks at you and asks, what do you think about building a stable life together in the future? She is not asking a casual question. She is testing you. She is measuring your vision, your discipline, and your ability to lead. Don't fool yourself into thinking it's only about romance. It's about finances, career stability, emotional strength, and whether you have the iron mind to stand beside her through decades, not just dates. Marcus Aurelius once said, A man's worth is no greater than the worth of his ambitions. That is the truth here. She wants to see if your ambitions line up with hers. Don't drift. Don't hesitate. A vague answer shows weakness, but a clear, decisive response shows mastery. She is not asking if you love her today. She is asking if you are built for tomorrow. You must project certainty. You must project direction. She needs proof that you can carry the weight of life, that you embrace old Stoic wisdom, that you live with Stoicism when, and that you forge an iron mind against every storm. In modern life, distractions, temptations, and quick fixes will try to pull you away, but this question is a filter. It separates men who waste years in empty flings from men who build empires with loyalty and grit. Don't say, "We'll see." Don't say, "Maybe someday." Say, "Yes, I believe in building a stable life, and I believe in doing it with you." Together we plan, together we build, together we win. That is strength. That is leadership. That is how you master life. She wants vision. Give her vision. She wants direction. Give her direction. She wants assurance. Give her assurance. Life is not a game of temporary thrills. Life is a battlefield where two must fight as one, where unity is your fortress. Old Stoic wisdom reminds us that fortune favors the disciplined, not the reckless. A man who lives by Stoicism knows that love is not merely passion, but partnership, a shared mission. And with an iron mind, you must declare, "We will build a future, we will overcome obstacles, and we will not break." Don't forget, even the great Winston Churchill said, "Success is not final, failure is not fatal. It is the courage to continue that counts." Show her your courage, show her your resolve. In this modern age of chaos, a man who answers with clarity, power, and faith becomes rare, becomes valuable, becomes unforgettable. Don't waste time with hesitation. Don't shrink from responsibility. Stand tall, speak with conviction, and let her know you are not just a man passing through her life. You are the man who will stand, build, protect, and conquer with her. That is how you win. That is how you live with an iron mind. That is how you rise above the 97% who never recognize what this question really means. All right, fellas, let's wrap this up. To sum it up, as middle-aged man, these questions aren't traps. They're opportunities. Opportunities to show confidence, to be clear about what you want, and to bring emotional maturity into the conversation. The key is simple. Be authentic, be present. Remember, your past doesn't define you. What matters is how grounded you are today. And when you're real about where you're at, these questions stop being something you need to defend against. They become a bridge to genuine connection. So here's my advice. Don't overthink it, don't try to impress, and don't put on a mask. Just answer with honesty, stand tall in your truth, and let her see the man you've become. Thanks for watching, my friend. Stay confident, stay true, and I'll see you in the next one.